What's going on, YouTube? My name is James Elmquist, and you have stumbled across the most lit YouTube channel on the internet. Guys, today is a day that has been a long time coming. It has been a while, as Delia is stating in the title of his very first video in months. I think like 7 months. He got canceled, kinda, right? He let himself get canceled, and he's gonna kind of explain what he's been doing. Joey Diaz, who has his podcast, The Joint, has apparently been reaching out to Chris, encouraging him to come back. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the timing of his comeback, but it's good to know that he has support from fellow comedians because a lot of people turn their back on each other in the Hollywood scene when stuff isn't exactly looking up. And stuff for Delia was not looking up. But judging by the like to dislike ratio here, people are really excited to have this guy back. So let's hear what Chris has to say.
Hi, everyone. I know that it's been a really long time since you've heard from me.
A long time.
And when the news broke, I put out a statement that said everything I've done has been legal and consensual, and that's true. And I wanted that statement to speak for itself. And I wanted to talk immediately. I wanted to post online. I wanted to do my podcast, business as usual, but I thought that might not be the best thing. What might be the best thing would be if I just take this time to be with my family, try and take a long, hard look at myself.
Nothing wrong with that. I periodically take long breaks from YouTube, and I haven't been canceled, so totally healthy, totally good thing to do.
And just and do that. And it was a lot. It was hard. I first of all,
This is a different Chris we're seeing here, I think. Look at the way he's kind of like tense and slouched over. He hasn't stopped lifting. That's for damn sure. The guy's fucking, got them whatever hills on his shoulder blades or whatever the fuck. But this is a different energy we're seeing from Chris here.
I do know how it looks with the with all the stuff that's been said and
it's not good.
The emails that have been put out there and what the media has been
sound like the president, ex-president.
I know it looks bad, and it doesn't show the full scope of what happened. I stand by the fact that all my relationships have been consensual and legal, and that's just it. That's the truth.
He did not want to make this video, but he had to, right? Because there's no comeback without this video, And it's probably a good thing that it just didn't like transition into an hour-long podcast, and like after the 9 minutes, it's like brought to you by Cash App. But yeah,
I threw this kind of time away. I've seeked out a lot of kind of, medical advice, therapy, and stuff like that. That doesn't matter here nor there. But what I have come to understand is this was always about sex to me, my life.
Well, Chris doesn't drink or smoke or, do it. He doesn't do the natural things that get you high. Or fuck, I guess those aren't natural. But he doesn't, party. So I guess it kind of makes sense that sex would kind of be this man's drug, per se. Like if he's not getting lit with other comics and stuff, like you got to feel that euphoria somehow. And I'm sure after you do like a couple thousand stages, you're not really getting that hit you used to. So sex became the thing.
Sex, it controlled my life. It was the focus. It was my focus. all the time. And I had a problem. And I do have a problem. It's not like you know, months down the line, you just kind of, everything's better. I need to do work on that. When I first started doing stand-up and I started getting a little bit of notoriety in my early 30s, you know, having sex got a lot easier is the, you know, for the lack of better words.
It's like the
and I felt
internet.
lucky. I felt like, oh, wow, I don't need to work as hard.
Yeah.
I can just do a
Fuck
show and
bitches.
then have sex.
Yeah.
Or roll into a city and look at my inbox and then
Just pick.
just start writing. And I did,
Yeah.
man. I wrote. I mean, I know you've seen some of the messages online. I mean, there's way more than that. I would get at least 50 messages after a show each city a night, and I would reply to all of them. And I thought in my mind that being straight up with these women was the right thing to do. I'd say, hey, come to my hotel room and let's have sex. Let's make out. Let's do this. Let's do that.
Yeah, and it just sounds weird when you read it third party, but how is she gonna do it, dude? You're getting fucking DMs and interactions, and obviously there was a lot of them, and a few slip ups here and there.
That was what I thought was right. I realized through all of this that doing that is just treating sex like it's casual and being flippant with people. And that's not the guy I want to be. It's not okay, and I'm sorry for that. It makes me feel shameful, and it makes me feel bad.
But it was his drug, right?
You know, people talk a lot about the power dynamic and about, well, why should someone who is a fan of yours have to worry about if you want to sleep with them or not? And I don't know where I fall on that. You know, I sometimes think, especially in my early 30s, I would be like, well, the girl has the power because that's, you know, I want to have sex with them, and if they want to have sex with me, then great. But what I can say is the familiarity.
This is uncomfortable.
I would use the familiarity that I had with these women to have sex. I was like, oh, they already use me. They already know me. I didn't have to do the extra work.
Right.
And I was talking to one of my friends who, about this and about the power dynamic and about the familiarity and not having to use that. And I said, why is that behavior not okay? Why is it not okay to sleep with somebody if it's consensual and they want to sleep with you? And
it's a good question.
He said, it's okay. Well, it is okay. It's okay until it's not. And that was when, you know, a lot of it clicked for me. It was something that just became life controlling. I mean,
dude, this guy needs to fucking try weed.
I would think about it all the time. I would go and I would do my show, and like I just said
how many
earlier,
times I just get baked and ignore
too
women?
Much, and it became a
allegedly
a lifestyle that I didn't know how to stop. I didn't even think I had a problem. I thought that this was how it was. I thought that guys in my position were lucky enough and fortunate enough, and it was going out of control. And I never stopped it. I cheated on most of the girls that I've been with. I cheated on my fiance now. And this is my dream girl. This is the girl that
you know what? Maybe this is going to be like Dr. Disrespect, and after this, numbers just through the roof.
I want to be with for the rest of my life. And even that wouldn't stop what I was doing. And I was headed for you know what I was headed for? I was headed for this. And this
I shouldn't
needed
be
to happen
all right.
because I wouldn't have stopped cheating. I wouldn't have stopped using sex. I wouldn't have stopped. So I have a chance here to really, and I have been doing the work and being somebody who is a role model for my son. And
Picked up a new flashlight or something. I'm sorry, I can't.
And I want to do that, and I can't stress that enough. I can't go back, and I can't.
But you're going forward, Chris. This is it,
that
man.
part of me, that hole in me that was trying to be filled with that. The loneliness on the road, or the
weed. You need a little bit of weed.
The fear that I felt, or the insecurity that I would try to chase and just conquer with this, with sex, and it was out of control. So I have a chance here to apologize.
This is a way different Chris.
To the people.
I guess there's going to be no more sucking and fucking in the log cabin, but we could all build a brighter future together. That's for damn sure.
Who got caught up in that shit. And, the lies that I would tell my fiance, my friends, and I'm sorry. I think that being a comedian,
if he doesn't get his show back with Brian Callen cracking practical jokes, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is the best apology ever.
It's funny, the stuff that you tell yourself to make everything okay, like the cheating and the sex every night or whatever. Well, any guy would do this, which is not true. Or
this is not true, yeah.
A lot of it is. And I just... I don't know.
It's okay not to know a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Where are we getting
with this? It was too much, and yes. I made too many excuses.
I just want to agree with him so we could go on with Congratulations podcast.
And I haven't been. And I've been
good, dude.
I've been on this path of recovery now for a bunch of months. I'm doing well, and it's the hardest. It's the hardest thing ever to have to look at yourself and realize that that's what it is, and that's what you've done, and that's who you are. And so that's that. But thanks for listening, and I appreciate you all. Thanks.
I am really happy he's back. Let's check the likes.
That might
and not. And then yeah, dude. Fucking nobody's upset. This is about to go bananas. Let's check Twitter. Is he on here yet? YouTube's gonna react very positively because it's all of the OGs that rang that bell, and Twitter, when they find out, might be a little bit of a different story. But let's hope not. Chris, it's good to have you back. Sorry I started laughing in the middle of that. Get high, talk to Callen. Don't stop uploading on YouTube, even if you need sponsors or don't need, I don't know. You got Netflix money. Keep uploading on YouTube until you get sponsors eventually. I'm proud of you. 420. It's been quite possibly the worst reaction, but I'm happy. So, thank you.